Well, I feel like Joe's earned this one though.
Yeah, you've heard this one, Joe.
Did you guys hear me, Bill? I wasn't fucking working before.
No, we
Yeah,
can
bro.
hear you loud
You're good.
and
You can
clear.
hear us.
Yeah, I can hear you all now, yeah. My AirPods didn't want to work.
Fucking Apple.
Is that one of those PlayStation model headsets, Joe? The ones that comes with the PlayStation?
No, these are free Skull Candy ones. They're proper DJ bloody headphones.
Nice.
Jackson's got the PlayStation headphones.
Yeah.
Nah, these are Corsair, bro. These are fucking top of the range gaming 360 sound.
$15 from the warehouse.
Fucking hell, I've been found out.
How are you, boys? You all right?
Yeah, good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, good, not bad, not bad.
Pleasure, boys. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, no, thanks for joining us, Nick. And thanks to Jackson for setting this up too.
Always, mate. You know me. I'm always down for a yarn.
Right, man. Let's get
All the boys.
Let's get our
Right,
yarn on. You've inspired me, Jackson. I can't be fucked putting it in the glass anymore, so I'm just gonna drink out of the bottle.
Coke, no sugar though. There's still caffeine in that, isn't there? Someone your age needs to watch their caffeine intake after 3 p.m.
I'm not going to drink motherfucking one of these with sugar in it. Jesus, I'll be diabetic.
No, but I mean, shouldn't you be having like Coke Zero with no caffeine?
This is Coke Zero. Is it?
No, it's not. It's no sugar. It's still got
Oh,
caffeine.
same thing, man. No, you don't want no caffeine.
I thought older people had to like watch their caffeine intake in the afternoon.
I don't know.
You won't be sleeping.
That sounds good. Am I the oldest on? I'm the oldest on this podcast, aren't I? Anyone else?
That's not even a question, is it?
Anyone else cracking 40 here?
No, that's why you're late to the meeting.
Yeah.
I was having an afternoon nap, you cunts. Yeah. All right.
Can't keep up like you used to, eh?
Jackson, take us away, man. Take us away. Just do us a nice intro.
Well, nice. Well, I mean, we're going to leave this in though, aren't we?
Are we going to? Oh, you might as well. I might as well.
Yeah. Fuck it out. We can't leave that out. Anyway, so we're here today. Fucking special episode for New Zealand powerlifting. Massive episode. So obviously the usual culprits, myself and Greg. How you going, Greg?
Good, brother. How are you?
Fantastic. It's been a while. We sort of banked up a few episodes there, and
We did about a month's worth, eh?
yeah. I've been missing your shitty blurred background and fucking.
That's my wife's doing. She makes me blur the background because it hides all the shit in the bedroom.
But then also today we are joined by Mr. Joe Whittaker with New Zealand's first 1,000 kilo total. How you going, Joe?
Yeah, not too bad, man, to be fair. 2-day fucking bender with the boys, but I'm doing all right.
It was.
There's a story.
I imagine you carried on. Saturday night was pretty crazy.
Yeah, we rolled straight through from Friday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
A little bit hungover today, but that's all right.
And we are still going.
Yeah.
We are also joined by Nick Bakker of Viking Brothers Strength Gym. How you going, Nick?
Good, man. Glad to be on the show.
Thanks for coming on.
Long time viewer, first time visitor.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Long time listener, first time caller. Yes, boy.
Fanboy. Awesome.
Yeah. But
It's not. Let me just correct Jackson there. It's not Baker, is it? It's Bakker, which is a South African word, isn't it?
No, it's Dutch. It's Bakker.
Bakker.
So no one in my entire life has ever called me the correct last name
Bakker.
except for
here we go.
Byron.
Okay.
So
Oh.
Byron's
Right.
the only one who's ever actually called me by my correct last name. But we usually just, like brush it off as Baker with 2 Ks. So.
Baker with 2 Ks. We'll start it now. Nick Bakker. We'll start it now. Yep. All right.
Good.
So now everyone knows there's no excuse. No
Exactly.
fucking.
Well, it even sounds out of ordinary to me. So, like, well, who?
But
Nice.
it was at the Viking Cup that Mr. Whittaker hit his 1,000 kilo total. You guys ran a sold out comp, wasn't it?
Yeah. So we usually sort of promote the meet in sort of March, and this year I actually managed to sell out in under 10 minutes. So we do ticket release sort of on our website, and it's first in, first served. The guys down at the gym get to reserve their spots first because we want home lifters, obviously, and all our new lifters to get in there first.
Of course.
So the reason we sort of set the meet up the way that it is so that we can get first-time lifters, new lifters into the sport alongside great lifters and elite level lifters. So it's really an exciting meet, in that sort of aspect.
I didn't catch Friday. We came down Friday night and I got diverted by some dickhead crashing on State Highway 1. But you guys run it over 2 days, so Friday afternoon and then the whole day on Saturday?
Yeah, so in previous years, we've done Friday as sort of like a staff meet. So all the guys that run and spot load and do the tables and sort of help out with the meet, they generally go on the Friday. And then we really put on like a big awesome meet for the Saturday. So that's the way we've sort of traditionally done it. This is the first Viking Cup that I actually wasn't in. So I've competed every year and run it. And that was where the Friday session came from, because there was no way I could compete and run the meet on the Saturday.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. I mean, it was a sick meet. It was dope atmosphere. You guys had a pretty hectic live stream this year, which was good for all the folks at home in lockdown, etc., which was cool.
Yeah, but so both live streams are back up now. So on the Friday one got taken down because we had a bit of AC/DC on there.
Yeah, the classic copyright issue.
Yeah. So we managed to mute that section and get it back up. So
nice. We have had our fair run-ins with YouTube with copyright and fucking Greg's.
Yeah, for the first 20, 30 episodes, we used a free clip and it was freely available. But YouTube would block it every single time. And every single time I would dispute, and then every single time they would deny the dispute, and then I would every single time appeal, and then every single time, yeah, okay. I got to about 20 episodes, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna get a new song. So I ended up getting some free music from the software that runs this podcast. That we do the editing for, and then lately I've been playing some Doom Eternal. I thought, fuck, this is cool, so I chucked some Doom Eternal onto the soundtrack for this now, and no one's blocked it. So hey,
so that's good to know.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Good lifting music.
Yeah,
what you got to do is find. If you find a variation of the music you want, it's invariably not copyrighted. So there's a bit of pro tip there.
Oh, there you go. Fucking hell, giving away our secrets, Greg. Don't start.
Pro tips.
Talk too much.
Like, what's the history of the? What's the history of the Viking Cup? How many years been going now?
So this year was the 5th year. So we traditionally started it up as like an annual comp for the day that we opened, sort of like a celebratory sort of meet. So we opened in November in 2016. And we've run one every year after that. So 2017, 18, 19, 20, and this year 21. So yeah, so there's been five years of it so far.
Nice in the sense that with so many places in lockdown, you've been quite fortunate, to have dodged.
Yeah, both years actually. Both years we've been really fortunate to just sort of slip just through the gap. You would have seen on the live stream we had all our masks and everything on. We tried to take it pretty seriously. Obviously there is a pandemic going on, but yeah,
bit of it. Yep.
Yeah, so
we
just seem to get. We have had a few of our meets cancelled, and actually we've given up on the. We used to do one in March, and the first time it used to be called March Massacre, and basically we had to change the name because of the unfortunate massacre that happened in Christchurch around that time. So it was a sensitive topic at the time as well, so we changed that, changed the name of that one, and then the following year COVID hit, so we just canned it all together. So we're just down to the one meet now. We do host a few IPF meets throughout the year as well, but they sort of organise what dates they want to do. So
they organise themselves. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. One meet, do it properly. It was a dope meet. Some fucking massive lifting, obviously. I was messaging Joe today, and I was like, dude, it's special time for New Zealand powerlifting, and Joe's 1,000 kilo total. A lot of people have been chasing it, and he's like, yeah, it's not too bad. I said, what the fuck do you mean not too bad? Jesus Christ.
A humble hero, eh?
Yeah, if anyone else has said that to me, they would have fucking caught hands.
How many years have you been chasing it, Joe?
God, nearly a decade, man.
Damn.
She's was one of the goals I set when I first started, to try and finally knock off 1,000 kilos, and no, it was pretty cool. I managed to do it here too in New Zealand at Nick's gym. It was a bit of a testing time because I actually didn't think I was going to fucking make it.
Yeah, take us through that. That's a great story in itself.
Oh man, to be fair, like the old bloody stress levels went through the roof, and my first flight got cancelled at 8 o'clock out of Whangarei here, and then they rescheduled me for like 12:30, and they cancelled again at 12:15. And I kind of thought, fuck, I'm going to waste 20 weeks of training, or however long it was, 18 weeks of training. I'm like, I can't waste it. So I got on, I rang the COVID hotline and said, look, I need to get through to Wellington. I've got I'm competing this weekend and whatnot. And they said, no, if you've got all the paperwork and stuff. So Nick sent me my official invite again after he withdrew it because I was meant to be going to Pro Raw. But yeah, got to the borders and stuff, and they were bloody great. So we just sent it, drove 10.5 hours down, and I think I got to sleep about 1 o'clock. Nick managed to push out my weigh-in time. He just said, "Oh shit, whenever you get in, man, instead of trying to be here at 8 o'clock, just come and weigh in once you've had a bit of a sleep." So I think I weighed in about 9:30, 9:45 or something like that. But yeah, the old stress levels are pretty high, that's for sure. So yeah, made it, which is good.
Usually stories like that don't end in with happy news.
No, not at all. No,
Yeah.
I was pretty, I couldn't really walk that morning. My ankle had locked up so much in the car. I was like, fuck, how am I going to be able to squat, And I just got under the bar and started moving, and it seemed to free up pretty good. Bit of pain and stuff throughout the day, but just completely ignored it because I didn't care. Made it to the meet, so wanted to, get the job done.
Nice. How's the old body now?
Oh, probably taken me a week to start moving again properly. Like I just took last week off work. I was just like, fuck it, I'm not going to work. I'm gonna go to work for 2 hours and be so tired I'm gonna want to go home. So yeah, just took the time off and rested pretty much. Went and brought an air conditioning unit and just laid in front of that. It's been great.
I mean, that's because you've got quite a physical job, Joe, painting and decorating, yeah. So I mean, I remember that was one of the things that we talked about for you when we were talking about it on the day, that you've really changed, like this prep was your recovery, was your eating and sleeping, etc., to work around a physical job. Would you say that's the probably the tipping point for you this time to get you to the 1,000?
Yeah, it's definitely helped. And this prep was a little bit different. Like I was still lifting pretty heavy right into Wolfpack. Like a week out, I think I had a 380 squat or something the week out, and the 400 that I first done pretty much cooked me for about 3 weeks. So I just hadn't recovered. This time round, a 2-week deload is going to be the magic number for me, I think. Yeah, the rest of the recovery was a hell of a lot better this time.
Yeah, I find that, obviously, yourself, you're a case study of it, really, is that as people get stronger, obviously it takes longer and longer to recover in between,
Definitely.
So you have to be more mindful of it, which kind of sucks because we get into the sport because we enjoy training.
Yeah.
And then you've got to train less.
Yeah, pretty much. And 2 weeks of no training for me is something I haven't done for 10 years.
Yeah.
So I was just going back at home, to be fair.
Yeah, you would be fucking going crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're still training with Thomas?
Yeah, still with Tom.
Okay, yep. How much of a role did Thomas play in this with advice leading up to it?
Yeah, Tom's been great. Like, obviously it takes a little while to learn each other's habits and how each other work and stuff like that. But I was just brutally honest with him, and I said, look, I was pretty well fucking cooked. With my last meet we prepped into, I said I need more recovery. So he just said, no, that's fine, and he just dialed everything straight back, which was bloody brilliant, and it definitely played a role this time. But no, he's pretty easy to talk to be fair.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So I mean, run us through the day, Joe. I mean, we were out in the warm-up room, you were pretty chill, just having a good time, isn't it, really? Is that how you usually approach meets?
Yeah, I'm normally pretty calm out the back. Like even my music and stuff I listen to is very, very chill. I have like three or four songs. Well, I got Simple Man by bloody Shinedown. I've never missed a squat to it.
Nice.
Beethoven, Symphony No. 6, and my other one's bloody like a new Snoop song. It's just pretty chill. So, and if I need anything that's a little bit more headbanging, I'll just chuck on Corn. I mean, I'm done. So, yeah, that's about the only songs I listen to throughout the whole day. But no, I'm definitely pretty chill. Probably a bit different to most people that, you know, apart from sniffing my smelling salts, that's about it.
Dude, this was, I posted about this on Instagram. This
Yeah,
was like,
just smell it.
look at this guy. Okay, that shit in that black container is some of the strongest smelling salts I've ever smelled.
Yeah.
And
so I pretty much cried. I cried the whole day, to be quite honest.
And Joe sits there and smells it like a fucking bunch of roses. I was amazed on the day. I could smell it. I like sniffed it like out here, and I was crying. Wow. And Joe just sits there and fucking buries his nose in it for like 10 seconds. Just crazy.
That a family recipe, Joe?
Yeah.
Nah, so I got that off. Colm gave it to me. The guys from, what is it? Ward Smelling Salts over in the UK sent him a few bottles, and he's like, "Here, now try this stuff." And holy crap, it's stronger than anything I've ever used before. But Comp Day's a little bit of a different beast. You're quite happy to just sit there and sniff on it.
Yeah. Insane, man, insane. The I mean, so what do you think on the day? Obviously, I told you what I thought on the day. What do you think of your attempt selection on the day? Pretty good.
Yeah, we just followed the plan really. Like Tom messaged me after we're going 4:15, and he just messaged straight back and said, "Bloody get some then," which was pretty good. Like I think I probably had another, I don't know, 5 odd kilos. I guess we're probably sitting in there with the squat.
Yeah.
But, the whole point was just to knock all those numbers off. Bench. That came out of the blue. Like, I have no idea where the hell that came from. I got up after my 240, threw my hands in the air, like, what the fuck was that? And I asked Nick out the back, I said, "Can I have a 4th attempt?"
He did. I told him, just save it for the deadlift, man.
Yeah.
You know.
The goal was always to, we always looked at squatting 415 to 420 and benching 237 to 240. And then it meant I could pull the 1,000 on my second attempt. Just ran to plan and everything moved pretty well. So making a little bit of history on that second attempt was good, and the ways Nick's gym's based too is, we're not here to fuck around. Like, just send it. Like, so that was the plan on the third, and if I pulled the 360, it would have been pretty cool because it would take me 1,015. But at the end of the day, I was fucking over the moon anyway.
I mean, I definitely feel you on that squat. Like, there was probably, like you say, like 5 kilos in it, but like you saved yourself for the rest of the day. Better than trying to grind out 420 and then you miss your deadlift or whatever. You crank your back and then you fuck for your deadlifts.
Yeah, exactly.
For 5 kilos on your squat, but then you would have missed maybe 25 on your deadlift.
Yeah, exactly. Or if the squat cooked me benches down 5-10 kilos, I've got to pull more on the deadlift. So no, we just worked the plan and it it worked out not too bad.
Not too bad, all right.
Yeah. It's nice to walk away with something in the tank as well, because there's more coming for next year.
Yeah, exactly. And the goal was sort of always to keep it around an RP 9.5 anyway, not actually like top the body out too much. So I think we worked pretty well, apart from the bench that kind of looked like RP 7. I was like, fuck me. But yeah.
You never know. I mean, do you think that was probably deload, taking fatigue out of your shoulders and elbows and stuff, and you'd been carrying a lot of fatigue that you didn't realize?
Yeah, 100%. Like, I think my last week of training, I squatted 402, bench 230, and it wasn't the quickest 230. Like, it was still 230, but it definitely wasn't as quick as it was on the day. So deload definitely helped there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny like that, how much squatting and stuff takes out of you.
Yeah.
And also, like we were saying, what did you end up weighing in at? 140?
140.6, I think it was. 140.7. I was bloated to buggery, and that probably helped too.
I'd say that helped the bench a bit. That's a lot of fucking human.
Yeah. Oh, didn't feel 140. I've been 140 before, and it doesn't feel as easy as this time it does anyway. Like last time, I just felt like a sack of shit.
That's good, man. It's good. It's a fucking massive milestone because I mean New Zealand's sort of been on the cusp of it for a while. You know, we've had I forget how many 900 totals we've got. I think probably after the weekend with Byron adding his name in, we've probably got 12 or 13.
Yeah,
Greg,
might be something like that.
have to fact check me on that.
Yeah, I'll have a look now, But I gather that Odell's 1,000's been taken down now, I did when I looked last time; it had gone.
Yeah, I mean there was some controversy around that, really, wasn't there? I mean he's born in New Zealand, but he's had his whole adult life in Australia and his whole lifting career in Australia. So I mean, not to discredit.
Yeah, always competed under Aussie.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of like a guest event too, wasn't it? Like he just came over for the event. And then...
Yeah, you know, he was a guest lifter. You know, it shouldn't have really been recorded in the first place. But it almost feels like an age ago, 5 years ago in the powerlifting world in New Zealand. You know, so much has changed since then. But you know, I see now he has been taken off. So Colm's at number 1 there with 980, but obviously that's been superseded by what was the exact kilos you lifted on total?
1,000, bro.
Right on the dot, eh?
Yeah,
wow,
on the dot.
Right on the dot. Yeah. Nick, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get the scoring up with open powerlifting, or
yeah. So I've already been in contact with them, and they've okayed it. So it's looking like it's going to go ahead. I've just got to send them all the spreadsheets and stuff.
Nice.
Then it will be official. So nice. I was really stoked that we got that news because obviously massive, it means a lot to Joe, you know.
Yeah, for sure. So, appreciate all the hard effort that goes on behind it too, man.
Yeah, so Nick, tell us about the meet itself and the preparation that went behind it, and all the work you've done to get.
Oh man, where do you start with that? I mean, you guys don't have enough hours on here to get into all of that.
I don't think people really appreciate the amount of effort that goes into building these meets. I mean, no one's getting rich from these things, and yeah.
No, it's not about the money for us. We just wanted to make a meet where people really come in. No weight classes, you know, everyone's there. There's going to be one winner, so no one's really fighting it out. You know, when Joe turns up with 1,000, everyone's just going to do their best on the day. You know, so you know, we came from humble beginnings. We only had Brett Gibbs, I think, at the first one, total like 830, 840. So you know, it's easy to win. It's an easy meet to win. But yeah, so I mean, we've designed it in a way that it's super fun. Everyone sends it. Nobody does weight cuts. You know, you come in weighing whatever you weigh, and it's just about getting the biggest total you possibly can. So we do have a few funny little rules and things that people probably don't know about. We allow both knee sleeves and knee wraps in the meet. You can squat using the mono. You don't have to. You can walk it out if you want. Our bench rules are pretty similar, I would say similar to GPC. You're allowed heels up, feet down, or heels up, heels down. Yeah, we kind of try and keep it fairly fun for the newer lifters. So we're not too strict on things like, you know, like if you accidentally leave your wrist strap cuff on or something like that, you know, like over the thumb loop.
Yeah,
you know, if they're going to walk out and have their little thumb loop on, we're not going to say they're getting 3 reds for that, you know.
Yeah, that's such a shit rule.
There are some stupid rules, though. Yeah.
That obviously adds 15 kilos to your bench. Did you have your thumb loops on, Joe? Cheating bastard.
No.
Yeah. So, you know, it's the history of the meet is that we needed a meet that wasn't so corporate. It wasn't so strict with things like that, and we just basically wanted to encourage new lifters to get on the platform, have a fun meet, see what they can accomplish if they stick with the sport. You know, we got lifters that have been in the sport for 10 years plus. You know, guys breaking 1,000. We got Brett Gibbs down there, world champ. You know, he often refs for us as well, which is really cool. So even if he's not competing, which he's only done one of the Viking Cups, but I think he's refed at every single one. So, I mean, that's a really big thing as well. So thank you for that, Brett, if you're watching. Yeah, I mean, we just try to really strive to make the meet what I feel powerlifting should be. And like we go that extra mile with the t-shirts and our spot a loader team. They always turn up every single meet. They're all volunteers. I didn't ask a single person to help. They put their names forward every single year. So I can't thank those guys enough. The table girls as well. They're always the first ones in there, putting their hands up to get it all together. So really, I don't do a whole lot to organize it. I mean, I do, but there's a lot of hands in there as well. A lot of guys helping, and they're not getting the credit that they deserve because, although I put it together, it's a massive team effort. It's the whole gym that comes together and makes those meets sort of so successful. Yeah, and I'm sure, Joe, you would have seen that when you were there, when you visited, because it's really hard to explain like the actual atmosphere, the vibe, everything like that. You have to really see it to experience it. And I think Jackson actually might have got a bit of a shock just seeing sort of how big it really was, because I know there's been some banter. Obviously I went to Wolfpack as well. Wolfpack was fucking awesome. That was definitely the best meet I've been to. But so, Jackson's hitting it up, making the standard higher, and we're thinking, oh, how can we beat that? So, we try and get
nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh no, it's all friendly competition. I mean, we invited Jackson to come.
Yeah, I bitched out. I knew Joe was going to win.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't like that on the day. You were telling me you're going to beat me on Wilkes points. But I may have already done my math as well, so.
Was that at the after party? That's when all the bands comes out.
I just let him fly at that after party because I didn't know what I was saying.
Yeah, well, it's pretty hard not to after the beer pong tourney.
Yeah.
Hey?
Oh dear.
Oh, dude, that was good. Man, it was a sick meet, and this is the thing is that like the more sick meets there are, it brings everyone up. You know what I mean? Because you get ideas off each other. Like, fuck, we got some being there. Me and Chris got ideas off your meet. You guys got ideas off our meet. Like, the more good meets there are, the better it is for just New Zealand powerlifting in general. Like this is the thing is that then there'll be more people competing, more fucking 6 stages for people to do cool shit like total 1,000 on. Yeah,
exactly, Jackson. What I'd like to see is Auckland step up now, because obviously we've seen Christchurch step up, we've seen Wellington step up. What's Auckland doing? Come on, guys. We need. There needs to be an event in Auckland which obviously dwarfs the Wellington and Christchurch events.
Well, good luck.
Auckland
because they come out of the lockdown, eh?
Yeah, I was going to say, you can't do fuck all with 25 people at a picnic outside.
Look, that's 25 on a flight. They can just spot themselves. But wouldn't that be great? One big event in Auckland, one event in Christchurch, Wellington, and then, potentially the winners of all 3 going head to head at some point as well for almost like an overall New Zealand champion. Almost sounds like another Fed there in the making, but
we're not making any more Feds.
We've got too many as it is.
What's one more? So obviously, Joe, great that so WP completely happy with you competing. I know Steve's always been quite really considerate and willing to have all the athletes compete wherever they feel like they want to compete. There's no restrictions there, which is great.
Oh, to be quite honest, I retired from them. I've retired from all federations, so I'm just.
Oh, you have? Okay, no, didn't know that.
Yeah. No, I before would have happened just before the Wolfpack. I just stood down from everything. Just I don't know, sort of felt like I'd gone as far as I could with the federations, and and then all the banter and all the not even banter, just all the bullshit that starts happening with them. And I just want to lift, and that's what I said to Nick too. I was like, this just reminds me of how I first started. I just had a shitload of fucking fun. And just lifted some weight. It was, which is what all competitions should be like. Yeah, you should have a bit of, it should be competition there and stuff like that, and competing against the top level guys. But fuck, just have some fun. Like, it's the only reason why we do it.
He also is forgetting to mention how he conned me out of a combo rack.
Oh yeah.
biggest NZ prize in any powerlifting week, I think. It would have been,
Was it? Not quite. NZ Open was 10 grand cash.
Was it 10 grand cash?
Yeah.
Wow. That was split across all
Nick Prendergast. Yeah, so it's the biggest like singular prize.
Oh, right, yeah.
But like actual prize pool, not quite.
Not
But still, big though. That's fucking massive from you guys. Like, so you had obviously Joe won a combo rack, which is fucking dope.
Yeah.
And then you had a power bar for second place.
We had actually three power bars given away over the entire event. Second place, obviously Jamie Thompson, he won one.
Shout out to JT.
JT, man, he did awesome. I was blown away with his performance. I thought he did really wicked.
Fucking savage.
He's someone who I've actually always looked up to as a lifter because he's so humble, so low key, you know.
He is, man. He's so chill.
And, yeah. So like, I really respect him. But yeah, he definitely earned the bar. 9:30, I think he got.
9:30, yeah, man. That's a decent. That's
massive.
17.5 kilo PB for him.
And he only weighed like 116 or something.
116, yeah.
Which is biggest, like unbelievable. He's the biggest 116 I've ever seen.
I was gonna say the
biggest. I weighed him in. So, yeah, so you know it was legit. We had calibrated scales and everything. So, but yeah, just phenomenal lifting.
Yeah, man.
So he was the last second entrant too. We had a couple of guys pull out, and he sort of messaged me and said, "Oh man, I really love to do the meet." And I thought, JT messaging me, you know, that's yeah, awesome. We'll put you in for sure.
Yeah,
so
man,
that's cool.
He's very, very low key. It took a bit of convincing to get him to like compete again. He's always like, "Nah, it's all good. I'll just fucking ref or whatever," because he's always reffing at our comps. Because he'd be one of the best refs I know. So like, I always just he says, "I'll ref." I'm like, "Sweet, do it. Happy days." I know I'm going to get good calls, you know, fucking a well-run platform. So then when he said he was going to do your meet, I was like, yes, boy, here we go. But he is very, very chill. He's almost fucking scrapped Chris one time for slapping his back. That was hilarious.
Oh, too much hype.
Yeah, they always fucking threw hands. Chris, I can't remember what meet it was. It was one that all three of us did. It might have been like 2015 GPC Nationals maybe. But Chris comes off his deadlift and he's fucking hyped as. And Chris is like a high energy guy, you know. And he comes off his deadlift and JT's directly after him. And Chris comes off, and as he goes past JT, he's like, "Come on, bro," and starts like smacking his back. And JT turns around, and I've never seen so much anger in someone's face. And he's like, "Don't do that." And then he went and fucking smashed his deadlift, so it obviously worked. But...
Yeah, obviously worked, eh? Yeah. What's he complaining about?
Bring that rage.
Come on, Jamie.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no, that was dope. And then obviously Byron breaking the 900.
Yeah, that was wicked, man. That was a real big milestone for us. That was something that we had talked about for, you know, since he's been with me for over a year now. So he came into Vikings with about, I think his previous powerlifting total was about 760, something like that. And we were training for strongman initially. And he was always talking about, man, I just got to get my deadlift up. These strongmen are really hard to beat on deadlift. And I thought, oh yeah, we can probably change a few things. But yeah, then when he, you know, obviously pulled the 800 pounds at the Vikings, man, you saw how high I jumped. I almost hit the roof.
Dude,
so
it was dope.
That was big for me, you know, like even, you know, obviously Byron was stoked, but I think I was more stoked for him than anyone.
Yeah, you were like a proud dad.
It was awesome, man.
Did his belt survive?
Yeah.
Oh, he's thrown it a couple of times.
He smashed that thing on the ground.
It was the belt hitting the ground that made Nick jump so high. It was like a
so.
reactive force, you know.
Double jump.
That belt got fucking sent to hell, man. But sick though. 800 pounds, man. There's shit. I mean, again, I'd have to fact check it, but
it's a handful, right? Yeah.
Not
like many.
3 people in New Zealand who have pulled 800 pounds, and that's including equipped. Have you pulled 800, Joe? Yes.
No, not in comp. In training, yeah, not in
training.
Yeah.
In training, not in comp.
All I can think of is Stanley Coker, Sebastian McLaren.
Deb.
1, 2, 3,
Colm.
4, 5.
Colm.
There's 5 of us plus now Byron, so 6.
Yeah.
So there's Colm, Seb, Stan, me, and Wade.
Yeah, Wade.
And now Byron. So
what about the old boy for GPC? Shit, I can't remember his name.
Well, Ben.
Dale.
Yeah, Dale. Didn't he pull 800 in comp? No.
No,
he 355 or something, wasn't
it? He did 352, and then I chipped it and did 355.
Good man.
Just to be a prick.
Yeah, good man.
Yeah, sounds like a Jackson thing. Yeah.
That same comp, that was when I chipped JT and Hamish's total by 2.5 as well, and they didn't notice till fucking a couple months later. But yeah, man, no, that's huge for Byron.
Yeah, we've got a records board at the gym, and it's, if you've seen it, but it says 600, 700, 800. And now we got to add a 900. So yeah, no, it's definitely awesome for the gym to get that. So
yeah, man, that's actually that records board is fucking dope. That records board is cool, and you had a couple of girls who obviously
they managed to get on there too, eh? So
yeah,
we've got obviously Nessie as well. Nessie squatted 200, deadlifted 200. So they made it onto the male board, which is fucking awesome. Emily, she's a 200 deadlifter as well.
Massive.
Yeah. And then we've also got Mallory as well. She's on the male deadlift board with like a 230, I think, which is
Jesus Christ,
insane. Yeah. So,
500 pounds.
Yeah. So we got a few strong girls down there, which is cool.
Yeah, man, that was sick. And obviously, so on the female side, we had Islay won the females on Wilkes.
Yeah, she's a phenomenal lifter, eh? So it's
crazy lifter.
Really, really cool to see. And she she gives it everything on those deadlifts. She starts shaking around. And, it's all fight. And it's just wicked to see.
Yeah, she'll grind out pretty much anything.
The craziest thing actually for the females, well, I thought, we all three of those girls, so Emily, Nessie and Isley, all benched over 100 kilos. Like over 100 kilos.
Yeah.
Which is just crazy.
What did Nessie bench? 112, 115?
I think 112.
112 and a half, I think it was. That's fucking hectic. And then, what did Emily bench? Did she beat that?
I think she missed 115. Yeah.
Still, it's sick. This is the thing with New Zealand powerlifting coming along. There's strong girls coming through, strong guys. Everyone's ticking off these milestones. It's even with lockdown, etc. There's still people are still putting in the work, still coming through.
100%. It's bloody great.
One thing, Jackson, I noticed in our last conversation we had Dan Hurlin on from South Africa, talking about the South African heyday with powerlifting, and the numbers that were coming through 10, 15, 20 years ago are very similar to what they are today. I wonder are there any New Zealand lifters? Are we literally entering a new age here with New Zealand powerlifting, or have we seen this lifting before and it's just been lost in time? Because obviously open powerlifting's only been around for a few years now.
No, I would say New Zealand lifting's the strongest it's ever been.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, we've never seen. Well, Joe, your 1,000 kilos is the first time we've ever seen 1,000 kilos. That's without a doubt. But I'm just wondering how many 800s, 900s that have gone, just been forgotten about because it's been so long now. We just haven't recorded.
Yeah, I know there was only one other person that attempted a 400 kilo squat, and that was Ruben Samana, and that was also single ply, and I believe that was 2016.
Yeah, that's right. That was declined.
He got done twice, so he actually attempted it twice. And that's a 400 kilo squat walk down in single ply. Fuck that.
Fuck that shit.
And yeah, they declined him twice. So I think he got done for soft knees on the first one. And then they done him again for soft knees, but they gave him the start call.
Yeah.
So he actually squatted it, but
I don't understand that. If especially that boggles my mind. Don't give him the start call if he's got soft knees.
Exactly, yeah. And they just pinged him for it just before, so they didn't let him squat it. They pinged him for soft knees and re-racked him. Yet they gave it to him let him go on the second one. And I was like, well, that just doesn't make sense.
No, ridiculous. What Brogan squatted 400.
Yeah, Brogan had 400, I think, 2018.
I think it was 2018, and then so now you just no point doing 402, gone fucking 415.
Yeah, well, 402 for my second, and then send it with 415. But no, it all moved pretty well. I kind of can't complain with it.
Yeah, man.
What's next, Joe? What's the next comp for you? Obviously, probably something overseas now, yeah.
Oh, hopefully the borders open. I'll get over to Pro Raw or Big Dogs, but with the way everything is at the moment, probably be Wolfpack, mate.
Yeah, boy.
And the goal, I'd like to squat 1,000 pounds. So before I retire, I want to squat 1,000 pounds.
Very nice. Heard it here first.
Yeah. So that'll be a bit of fun. What's that? 454 or 453 or something stupid like that.
Yeah, 455 is 1,003.
Yeah.
Because what are you now, Joe? You 36, 37?
Yeah, just turned 36 in October. So probably give myself a few more years and hang my boots up, I think.
I think you're in your powerlifting prime. I would suspect. You know, a lot of guys in their 30s, late 30s, especially, seem to hit the stride. Even well into their 40s, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I think from probably mid 40s onwards, it probably starts to go a little bit backwards. Well, not back. It slows down a bit. In fairness, yeah. But you're definitely right now. You know, take it.
Yeah,
take the shot.
Take it while I can. Yeah, so it's fun. I still enjoy it, and you know, it's sort of changed a little while back. I sort of had enough of it for a bit, but just kept pushing through, and yeah, back to it now. But the last time I PB'd was 2017.
Oh wow!
There you go.
Until recently.
Yeah, well, until last weekend, but yeah, last time I PB'd was 2017.
There you go.
So not even in training.
Long road.
No, I don't count my training ever.
He's a purist. Nice.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, people that put up their training totals and stuff it's just a fucking waste of time. It's got to be done on paper.
Few of those around,
you know,
with the Instagram bios.
Yeah. You know, so yeah, I never put up my training stuff like. Yeah, it's a PB and stuff in training, but it's a PB in training. It's still not on the platform. So, you know, like squatted 400 kilos a number of times in the gym. Fucking just about got killed by it as well.
I saw that video. It was recent, wasn't it? You completely dumped. You dumped it. Did that? Was any damage to the equipment?
No, nothing to the mono. I just wrecked the bar.
He made it a custom Duffalo bar.
Yeah, 100%. So I've got a bar for sale if anybody's after a Duffalo.
It's called a Whittaker bar.
Yeah, exactly. We'll sign it and put 415 on the side of the fucking thing or something.
Yeah.
We all saw the memes.
Oh yeah, they were great.
Titanic memes.
I absolutely loved them. Absolute piss take. It was brilliant. But yeah, you know, so yeah, PBs in the gym. That's just a gym PB. You got to get that shit done on the platform. So
yeah. Well, I mean, it's the thing, isn't it? We've had this conversation before. It's you can't like call yourself a powerlifter unless you compete. Exactly. So why would your gym lifts count as like that literally just training to then perform on the platform?
Yeah, exactly. Because I've had many training sessions go fucking perfect, and comp days not so much.
Yeah, so, yeah. Perfect prep.
Yeah.
And
then it all turned to shit, and then you can have an absolute garbage prep, and your comp goes brilliant. But yeah, it's that's good. It's good, but yeah, it's been a long time coming to hit a PB.
Nice. So Pro Raw or the Wolfpack, or potentially further abound. Would you consider something in the US?
Yeah, if I get an invite or something, like I'd love to do a Kern Open or something like that. That'd just be fucking phenomenal. You know, you follow those people online for so many years, and you know to be able to rub shoulders with them and stuff like that. It'd just be pretty cool. Same with all the big lifters and stuff in Australia. Like, you know, you don't get those lifters in the tested feds and stuff like that. Like, I've watched Big Dogs just about every year since it's been on. Just competing alongside them would be pretty cool too. Yeah. See if we can make a bit more history over there.
I think you've got the 1,000 kilo entry now.
Yeah.
It's like a golden ticket now, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
What meat won't let you in now with 1,000 kilos? I mean, to be honest, 980 is pretty close too. So
So that'd be. I'm trying. I'd love to get Colm back into it as well, because you know, going head to head against somebody that huge is just fucking awesome. He divorced everybody. So yeah, with my opening pull, I totaled the same as him as Wolfpack. So with my 325 open, I totaled 980.
Nice.
Just so I can tell him I beat him at body weight too. With my opening pull. But no, he's just a humble drive, that man. But it'll be awesome to see him go do a full year of training and powerlifting and see what the hell he can put up, because that's something scary.
Do you think he would though? Because I mean, strong, like he's too good at strongman to let that go by the wayside, isn't he?
Yeah, he does love strongman, but with all the lockdowns and stuff, it's kind of canned most of his meats. So all his big strongman meats and stuff have all been in Auckland. I almost convinced him to come and do Vikings, but yeah, he's like, oh, and about 6 weeks out, he's like, oh, I couldn't be keen. I'm like, well, you should have said that fucking 12 weeks ago.
Yeah, you can't do much in 6. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think he only had an 8-week prep into Wolfpack.
Yeah, he had a
It
comp.
wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't
He had a
much.
comp just before it. Yeah.
He done a strongman comp, and it was about 8 weeks prep into Wolfpack, and comes out and smokes 980. Just stupid.
Nick, plans for the next Viking Cup? Same formula, or you want to do anything different?
Well, I mean, this year we actually sold, I think it was almost 80 spots. Yeah, so it was between 80 and 100 spots this year. But due to the COVID, obviously it got shut down, and a lot of people couldn't make it. So we were lucky that actually Joe did make it and made such an effort to make it. But I think we haven't fully decided, but we're possibly going to start limiting it back down to 60. I think 60 is the magic number. Half day on a Friday, 40 people on a Saturday. It's like the magic number. Everyone has a great time. We bang it out. It's done in like 6 hours, and then straight to drinking. And that's what it's always been about. It's more about, oh, that's us for the year. We sort of tidy things up there, and it's that's us for until we start again next year. So in terms of ideas and things like that, like what are we going to do different? I have no idea, man.
I know what happens.
Everyone's been asking me, how are you going to make it better next year? How are you going to make it better next year? And I honestly have no idea at this stage. We usually just kind of wing it. We've been winging it for 5 years, and I just think of things and take suggestions for things that we can do to improve, and we just make small adjustments, and that's how it keeps getting better every year.
Yeah, it was definitely easily one of the best meets I've been to, and I just wanted to say that is another point that makes Joe's 1,000 even more impressive, in my opinion.
The travel.
Well, the travel, obviously, but sorry, but his sessions. His JT Byron session, this is what makes their totals also ridiculous, is their session was done in 3.5 hours.
Yeah, it was quite.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that we run a tight ship
man,
with the
that's
meets.
Sick. It was dope, and it just means that like those bigger guys, like that, it makes it harder. 100%, it makes it harder, but it's sick because they're all three of them. And obviously everyone that did it, but like specifically for me, those three, because like usually being a big dude, it's quite hard to perform quickly.
Yep.
Oh, speak for yourself, mate.
Yeah, I was going to say, I am speaking for myself. But you know what I mean? Yeah, so there was a very, very tight ship on the day. 3.5 hours for their session it was from 1:30 to 5 o'clock, and I think that was when Joe pulled his last deadlift, was basically bang on just before 5.
Yeah,
fuck me. 3.5 hours for all three lifts.
All three lifts.
Yeah.
All three lifts. The first, so flight C and D started at 1:30, and Joe pulled. Well, Byron skipped his third, so yeah, Joe tried his last deadlift just before 5 o'clock.
Wow.
We usually aim to have about 10 people on the flight, which gives you roughly 10 to 15 minutes per flight per attempt. Mm-hmm. So minimum 10, maximum 15. I've always felt that
10,
was the magic number.
10 would be absolutely pushing it, but you'd be an absolute legend if you could get it out in 10 minutes.
I've done it in 1 year when Brett was reffing on a Friday. He was in a rush to get out of there. We did 7 minute turnaround attempts. And that really got me. So, but all it did was made me.
Is that using the minute countdown as well, or is that just literally?
We don't have a timer. We don't have a timer.
Okay.
Don't need to.
It's a very quick turnaround. Everyone's always sort of knows what's going on. Everyone's pretty good. As soon as you say bar's loaded, they're usually out there within about 5 seconds. So it's kind of just the way it works. But I feel that a meet should run that smoothly and should be like that, so you know what to train for. When it goes longer, it's unexpected. You can't predict. You shouldn't have 30 minutes between squats. You know, like that's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
But what's the golden zone? Is it 15? Is it 30? You know, like some people are going to be training 20-minute rests, and it's like, yeah, that's probably a decent rest for some real top set volume. You know, like when you're training, but when you're doing a single, you don't want 20 minutes rest for singles.
No.
I mean, that's my personal view, obviously.
Yeah.
But we try to keep
100%.
that. We try to keep that that real tight ship. We try to keep that 10 to 15-minute window between attempts, because you cool down. Like obviously we run it in summer, so we'll start of summer, so it's usually hot as fuck. But you know, I've been to meets in the past that were not so well run, and you do cool down and you do pull a hammy, or you know, anything can happen because you're sitting around for so long and you're kind of getting hungry, and you can go 3.5 hours. You can do your full meet, and you don't have to eat. You know, like you're still pumping from the start, and that's the way I feel you should run a meet. But that's my personal view. So that's the way.
I completely agree, and I think you want to see that perfect harmony between the refs, the spot load team, and also the athletes themselves, so they know what's expected of them as well. Because all the spot loaders can be, can have that bar loaded in record time. The refs can be on point with their calls, but if you've got athletes that are washing and hanging around out back and not really, not necessarily knowing what they're doing, then the whole thing will come slowing down. But if you got your athletes on point, you've got them lined up at the edge of the platform, ready to go.
Yeah, so we do regular updates. You probably would have heard me shouting at people on the over the live stream. 5 minutes till you guys are up, 4 minutes till you guys are up. Like they know what's going on. Yeah, and then we've got screens that basically tell you what order you're going to be in, so everyone knows what to expect. Yeah, each lifter has 1 minute. Literally, when their name pops up, it's like they're going to be about a minute. So to wrap 2 people before you're up as well. So it does throw a little bit of a challenge in with the wraps and stuff. But I think we only had one guy who was like a first time rapper who held up the process at one point, but he quickly learned as well. So on his next attempt, he was ready to go. He's waiting, wrapped up, waiting. So and that's the other thing, you can get caught out too with the wraps on. You know what it's like when you got wraps on your legs and you're waiting for a couple of minutes because people are mucking around. It's like your whole squat's ruined. You can't re-wrap. No. You can't feel your legs.
And then someone goes, whoops, we'll have to, the weights are wrong. We'll have to reload them.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So, we try to, that's something that we really do try and focus on as well, is keeping those flights small, between sort of, I would say at a maximum 12 people, 10 to 12 per flight.
Yeah.
And the spotter loader team is just insane. They're so fast.
But they were efficient. This is the thing. A spot load team and a good table crew, they make or break a meet, and people just don't give a fuck. Which it's amazing. You can tell who has run comps before and who's been in the sport for a while, because they'll always be like, thanks to the guys that are fucking spot loading, thanks to the girls on the table, because other people that run the meets, like you say.
Yeah, I don't think you really appreciate it until you do it yourself. And then when you do it yourself, you're the one that is then thanking everybody, because I'm glad that's not me. All I had to do was lift some weight 9 times today. Do 9 singles.
Yes, everyone knows spotter loading's not like the most pleasant job. We actually have a really cool way of doing it. We get about 20, 30 spotters booked in for the day. That's how we can keep it so efficient. So we have like roughly, between 20 and 30 people, and we get them into teams. We give them all helpers t-shirts. It all says Viking Elite on it, so we give them a bit of status for actually doing us a favor. And then we have teams, so anyone wearing that t-shirt, they can sub in and sub out at any time. So if they're getting gas, if they just want to do just squats, I always say to them, that's fine. If you just want to just do a flight of squats, that's absolutely fine, and you can just sub out and bring someone else in. So it means the spotter loaders are fresh. They're not doing 6 hours of spotting, they're doing half an hour, which is easily achievable, and you can go at maximum pace like that. So
that was fucking brilliant. It was bloody awesome, the whole team. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was good to see, because you miss that in a lot of comps these days, and as soon as the spot loading crew's a bit shit, not saying everybody's shit, but as soon as it's a bit shit, that slows the meet down massively. So the team down there were definitely efficient.
That's a great idea, Nick. Bringing in like a fresh lot of hands for spot load. I've seen meets that have run for 3 days straight with the same people. all the way through it.
You just feel sorry for them, mate, because it's actually so hard. Like I've spot a loaded full 8-hour meets and stuff myself, and it's just like soul sapping. You just, oh god, and you slow down, and initially you're all guns blazing, and you really want to pump it out, and you're having races with the other spotter loaders and stuff, and it's all fun. But then 6 hours in, you're like, my god. I do 2 top sets of 3 for my training, so like
and it's one of those things, and it was good, man. They were very efficient, they were all fresh, and I mean it gives them a chance to go ham, like say for half an hour, right, I need to sub out, go get something to eat, someone else comes in, then they come back fresh as a daisy. It's much better for safety as well, obviously, because the reaction time is going to be much quicker. There was some good catches, as there always are at big meets, but there was some good catches on the day. So I think obviously I didn't lift, but everyone seemed like they just 100% trusted the spotters, which is great, which is half the battle,
Yeah, I don't think I've been surrounded by so many spotters in a squat in my life.
I did notice that actually on the big squats there was fucking 8 spotters.
8, it was just fucking pretty cool. Well, 7.
Hey, it's 4:15, boys. Come on.
It's pretty cool.
I was in there. I was spotting. I
have no idea what happened to me after that 4:15.
I was shouting in your ear and shaking you. I said that was the biggest squat in New Zealand history, and I sort of.
I watched the back.
You can see it on the live stream. It's funny as.
So it's like, fuck. Somebody asked me, "Oh, what did Nick say to you?" Not a clue.
I know.
I have no clue. But it looks bloody hard case on the live stream.
Yeah, I got in there specifically to give them that side camera view. So that camera view is something that we actually implemented, I think, 2 years ago. The depth cam. And it's been working out really well because there's no question you can just see it on another camera from another angle.
That's brilliant.
And I thought, Joe, you deserve to have that as well because it's such a big deal. Everyone's going to try and say what they want and discredit it, and But so we've given them the proof, we've given them the evidence. I specifically spotted that corner to stay out of the way, so that you could actually fully see his hip crease and everything. So
that's a novel idea. I mean, it's almost unnecessary these days because most lifters have about 5 of their posse, all from different angles taking.
Yeah, but you want that depth cam angle, man.
The official angle.
The official angle. Yeah.
So
the thing with that is that there's always going to be people that talk shit, but and I'm sorry, I have to preface this. I'm sorry if this offends people, and if it does, I'm probably talking about you. But it's always the fucking mid-range shit lifters that have the loudest bark and no bite.
Yeah.
Oh, he's wearing fucking knee wraps. He's using a squat bar. It's 415 fucking kilos.
Go stand up underneath it, sunshine.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I did on that note, I had a guy on my fail when I failed the 400, and he privately messaged me and he goes, "Look, mate, if you had another week's worth of core work, you probably would have got it."
Jesus Christ.
And honestly, I just pissed myself laughing. And I messaged him back and I said, "Oh, did you see the squat 3 days later?" He goes, "No." I said, "Well, I squatted 402. "Oh, did you?" I'm like, another week's core work ain't doing shit, son.
Yeah, you only needed 3 days core work, bro. That was you must have gone hard on the core for those 3 days.
Exactly, yeah. But privately messaged me. Fuck, I cracked up laughing at it. I was like, "Oh, just another week's core work to chuck 400 on your back." Sweet.
Shot, thanks, G.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Coach of the year.
Yeah, he was 21 and he done weightlifting. And everything was in slow motion with about 30 kilos.
Nice.
Yeah. Other than that, Joe, has the support been pretty good?
Oh, to be quite fair, it's been fucking overwhelming. I looked at my phone at one point after the squat, and there was like 200 new messages, and I was like, holy fuck.
Wow.
My phone had just blown up. I just ignored it all for the day, and it probably took me the week to get back to everybody, just to say thanks and stuff like that. I try to get back to everybody if I can, but no, it was pretty overwhelming. It hasn't fully settled in that I've actually done it yet.
Yeah.
It'll probably take a month or so to finally kick in, and then I'll get back into training and be like, "Oh, yep, cool.
Here we go again.
Here we go again. Yeah. What's next, sort of thing." So, very overwhelming. Yeah.
Time to start an OnlyFans, bro. I reckon.
Yeah. Nah,
yes.
that.
That's its own niche market, bro. You'll fucking
Just
you'll make
naked squats. Can I do a cameo at Viking Brothers?
What?
As long
Naked
as-
squats.
For my OnlyFans page.
Maybe not with that death cam, no.
It all will be revealed.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, super overwhelming, super grateful from everybody that messages and stuff like that. And yeah, no, just try and make a bit more history and keep pushing that boat out, and the new lifters coming through like Byron or somebody like that, he's a couple of years into lifting, if that, powerlifting, and he's already totally 905. He's got to be one we're going to have to watch out for. So I need to set that bar fucking pretty high, because that bastard's going to bloody come through with a flipping sledgehammer and smash it all down. So yeah, but no, it's been good.
Joe, is there any was that 1,000 kilos ever was it forefront of your mind all these years, or was it it'd be nice to have, in the respect that now that it's broken, what's left?
Eric Lillybridge's all-time record in the under 140 plus. That's the one I'm after now. So it's 11:15. Yeah.
11:15.
Yep.
Damn, legend. Okay, you heard it here first, 11:15.
So that's the goal. Yeah, 11:16.2. We'll put some plastic clips on it or something. But yeah, so his 308 records. Yeah, the all-time was 308. I'm pretty sure it's 11:15 or something like that. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be something to knock off.
I think it might be 11:12.
11:12, something like that. Anyway, yeah, I don't even know if it's. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 11:12. I think you'll need 11:15 to beat it.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be something like that. So, and it'll be pretty awesome to fucking do it here in the country, but we'll see what happens. That'll. He's looking it up. Look at the concentration on the man's face.
Hey, I'm all over this. I'm fact checking this because I don't want to say something that's wrong.
Yeah,
no, it is 11:15.
It is 11:15. Yeah. That was at 1:39.
Yeah. The under 308.
2016. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's in the under 308 class. So I'll have to lose 600 grams.
That's fine. He did that on a 24-hour weigh-in anyway.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't stress.
No, so
don't stress about it. Yeah.
That's
just fucking do it.
That's the next goal anyway. As soon as that 1,000 was broken, me and Tom, he goes, "What's next?" I said 11:15. So
yeah.
Well,
that's almost like the Mariana Gasperon mic drop moment. You leave the record so high that it stands for years and years and years. I would say 11:15 will stand for a long time too.
Yeah. So
unless Jamie gets it.
Yeah. You have Jamie or you got Byron coming through. Like Byron with some more time and stuff under the wraps and everything. He's gonna put something phenomenal up, and I can't wait to see it. I can't wait for my records to be broken. They're there to be broken, so I know how hard it's been to set the records and the amount of time and effort I've put into it. So for somebody to break it'll just be pretty cool, and I can't wait to shake the man's hand. That'll be good.
Nice. Nice.
That's the thing. Everyone always remembers the first, though.
Yeah.
This is the thing. So that's hectic.
Yeah.
But how old is Byron? 27?
No, he's 24. Oh, sorry, just turned 25. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay, he's 25.
So he's just out of the juniors.
Yeah. He's basically just out of fucking high school.
Yeah.
So,
10 years under the belt. He's going to put up something.
Yeah. There's Byron, and then Wade is. I think Wade's 27. Sorry, Wade's 27, and he's like. He's hit 907 maybe 905.
I don't think I've seen a Wade grind a weight yet. So
no. All those guys coming through,
it
must be crazy. And the thing is that people like powerlifting is a long-term sport. Like you say, Joe, you're 36.
Yeah.
You're coming into your prime now. I think what's his name? Milanichev was 41 when he held the all-time world record.
Yeah, what was that, like 12 something? It was, I don't know, unfathomable. 12 something.
That was when he first broke 1100.
Oh, when he first broke 1100. Oh yeah.
I think it was like 1130, 1140 something.
Yeah, 1130 odd. Yeah, and he was 41, and he held that until Dan Bell fucking broke it, or Petrus, sorry, and then Dan Bell fucking demolished it. But
try write my name into those record books somewhere, and hopefully it stands for a little while.
Exactly, yeah. Now, Nick, this let's talk about your lifting. How's it going?
Yeah,
Like that, is
it's
it?
going. It's I've actually regressed a lot. I'm doing a lot of bodybuilding style stuff at the moment, just trying to get fit, trying to get healthy. After Wolfpack, obviously with the pec tear, I tore my pec for the second time in 2 weeks at Wolfpack. So that was like real bad. I got the ultrasound back, and it was I think they said it was 32 mils long by 8 mils wide by 8 mils deep. So
wow,
it was a real big tear. So I'm still recovering from that.
Yep, that would have been black and blue then, eh?
I was absolutely destroyed, man. I've got like this weird like it all pulls over to one side now, and yes, it's pretty grotesque. But so yeah, I've just been doing high rep stuff, staying away from the big weights. I just try to sort of keep the boys motivated at the moment. And like I had to keep pushing all the boys for Viking Cup, every week with the squats, because they would turn up, and sometimes they hadn't been focusing throughout the week, so you had to like really rev them back up, get them back in the zone. And sometimes that meant just sort of sending it for my session, even though I wasn't really meant to be.
Even though you weren't supposed to.
Yeah, well, I'm meant to be sort of rehabbing and setting myself up for next year, where I'm hoping to sort of make my return back to the platform. Maybe another Viking Cup. I don't know. I'd have to get someone to run it again, but I think the timing will probably be around Viking Cup will be my maybe last ever meet. So I'm hoping to also crack into the 900s, but yeah, we'll see how the recovery and everything goes. So
yes, boy, get amongst it.
Definitely.
The also speaking of the boys at your gym performing well, I had to bring this up because it's a wee IPF rivalry that goes on in the 105s between Maui and Wade that's at your gym.
Oh yeah. Wade did really well, eh?
Yeah, Wade had a massive meet and hit 780, and then they had the Raw Cup on down in Christchurch same day. And Maui not only got beaten by his brother, he's going to hate me for this, but he got beaten by his brother on formula again for best junior, but he also totaled 778, and Wade totaled
2 kilos.
2 kilos in it. So Maui, if you're listening, I apologize, but I had to bring it up.
Maui just did it a little bit harder.
Yeah, just be a bit better, eh?
That 2 kilos probably would have got him the formula too, and his brother.
Yeah, dude, his brother's a fucking savage, Mahaki.
Crazy.
He's fucking strong as. He looks like a GTA character though, like when he's training. But yeah, man, there is honestly some crazy lifters in New Zealand at the moment, and it's sick to actually still have meets going on to like showcase them.
Yep.
Awesome.
Hopefully next year will. I don't know. Fuck it, I don't know. We're gonna get into it. Yeah, we could go down a rabbit hole with this, but 2022, hopefully it's
2022, the return of powerlifting, I think, for the whole country.
Literally the return of powerlifting.
Yeah, fucking red light, green light, orange light, whatever the light will be for powerlifting. White lights all the way through. Yeah, we got our own system, don't we? Fuck the green light, red lights. Yeah, we've got white and red. Awesome. Joe, any shout outs before we wrap up, man? Any plugs you want to do?
Oh no, just thank Tom and the team over at Zero Weakness. They've been fucking brilliant, running my diet, programming, and everything, and just all my other sponsors and stuff for being there behind me. And cheers to you guys for having me on again, and Nick for putting on a hell of a fucking comp, man. I was glad I managed to turn up, and do what I've done. Thanks for all the love from everybody. It's just been fucking phenomenal.
Nice. Any shout outs to New Zealand, or was it Jetstar that fucked around with their flights?
In New Zealand, they were fucking wankers.
A shout out to New Zealand. regional flights. Fucking hate them.
Yeah. I think the cancellations were for weather, but
yeah, they were for weather. Yeah, but still, it was Air New Zealand's fuck up.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah.
So now I've got like $800 in credit. I'm like, just give it back to me.
Yeah, I just want my money back.
Awesome. And over to you, Nick. Any shout outs? The gym, obviously, you've got the business as well with the equipment as well. Any shout outs and plugs there as well for that? Sponsors for the event, maybe?
Obviously my equipment brand, Viking, powerlifting equipment. I don't really want to thank them. It is me.
the man
Yeah,
behind
solely
the
me.
name.
But it was just an awesome meet, and the equipment stood the test of time. Everyone, the crack up thing is we had an Alico rack for the warm up rack. We chose to use our brand of rack. Everyone loved it. Everyone, there was no complaints. We used actually 2 bars in the event. We used the Goliath bar for the big boys and that last flight, and we did that specifically for Joe to be able to squat on a squat bar. But the rest of the flights that no one actually knows is we used the Viking power bar, and there was still some massive squats on that too. So
beautiful.
Yeah, but I do want to thank you guys for inviting me on, Jackson, Greg. Big thank you to Joe for turning up after that ridiculous cancellation story that like most people would have just been, I'll stuff it, next time, next year. But you could tell when Joe turned up on the day, you could see it in his eye that he had 1,000 written all over him. You could just see it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you noticed it too, Jackson, but when I first saw Joe that day, I thought, he's got it.
Yeah, it was on.
So,
it was on. It was
not a doubt in his mind and not a doubt in mine. So
yeah,
it was wicked. Yeah.
No, it was a sick weekend. It was hectic comp, sick lifting. Everyone was there for fucking business, but then mint group of people, so it's fun at the same time. Like you said before, Joe, it's what powerlifting should be. And I think it's it's onwards and upwards for 2022.
100%.
Awesome. All right, thanks, lads. Appreciate you coming on.
Awesome, mate.
Yes, guys. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, team.